Okay, so we completed till Abhijja. Now we will go into Byapada. So actually, what is Byapada? It means stepping back. That's the meaning of it. Pada is steps. Bya means reduced, back, going back. Instead of going forward, you go backward. So how do I go backward? When do I go backward is the whole point here. Is when I say Abhijja. Byapada. So the one way of going into that is by hating something. So why do I hate? Because I didn't get. If I had got, I wouldn't have been unhappy. So what I didn't get? I didn't get the sight to my liking, sound, taste, touch, smell, thoughts. These will pull you back. Why? Because you want it, basically. So when I see something, I don't like it. So then comes hostility towards others. Become hostile because of the environment, because of the people, because of whatever it is. So then there's ill will. Now, what is ill will? Ill will means a state of mind where you curse. That's ill will. Either you curse yourself or you curse others. And cursing yourself is violence. Okay, it's your own violence. You are violent with oneself because it didn't work. Let's say I use the word, oh shit, it didn't work. That's curse. It's a very simplest form of cursing. Or holy cow is another curse. It's okay. Or any other way of expressing which one curses things that didn't work. So that's the soft part of Byapada. Then he says, Padutta manasam sankappo. That means Padutta. Padutta means to hit, to hurt. Okay. Padutta. Mana, mind. Sankappo is to determine. What it does is, for the whole day, you keep on replaying hurtful thoughts. You got hurt once, but you keep on replaying that again and again and again and again. Oh, he said like that. She said like that. He said like that. She said like that. Continuously. I will do like this. Next time, if she does, I'll do like this. Again, after some time, again do the same thing. Padutta, hurting, hitting oneself, whipping, call by whatever ways. So you're burning. Basically, the more you hit yourself, the more it burns. You feel the pain. You feel the pinch. Now, what do you want to do? Curse. Okay. So thoughts are mentally corrupted or polluted. Then what you do? You have to throw it out. You can't bottle it up. So then the following things you are going to say, Ime satta hanyantu va, bhajjantu va, uchchijantu va, vinasantu va, ma va ahesum. Let these beings be hanyanto, may be killed. Bhajanto, when we let them be imprisoned. Uchchijanto, may they be wiped out. Uchchinna, cut off. May they be separated or wiped out. Vinasanto, vinasa is complete uh, destruction of that. Okay. Ma va ahesum, let them not exist at all. How and when it happens? Let's take a family consisting of husband, wife only. No children yet come. Husband has an argument with wife, and wife has an argument with husband on a topic, and they both take it personally. They don't take it as work to be done, they take it personally. Can be related to a particular dish, can be related to household chores or whatever. So to say, just put an example and see how this works. Now there is bottled up emotion. The first thing is bottled up emotion is insult. Byapada comes when insult comes. That means I should feel insulted. There's nobody there except for me and my wife, but I feel insulted. What is an insult? Is Byapada. Because I didn't like it. Then you mean to say I should like it? No, it's just a comment. Comment is a comment. But I feel insulted. Right? So I'm in Byapada right now. So when I'm in Byapada, I am in Padutta Manasa Sankappo. That means I keep on beating myself now. Why did she say like this? Or why did he say like that? Continuously reflect. So you feel justified in one way, you feel non-justified in another way. So now you judge what is that you need to do. And when this keeps on happening again and again and again, you take more and more insults and you ignore it or you start reacting to it. And once that takes a particular turn, the wife will wish husband be killed. Meaning, she'll say, staying with this person is horrible. Let him die. Let him get killed. Or let her get killed. Okay, hanyantu. Bhajantu. I will put him in bars. I'll put her in bars. Okay, the second one. And the third one is Uchchijantu. Let them be wiped out. Vinasantu. Let them be destroyed. And lastly, I don't want to see them at all in this world. Okay. So, how do you do that? Through divorce. Why do I divorce? It's killing the relationship. I can't stay with this person any longer. So that's the final moment of Byapada. Okay. So two human beings actually cannot stay together because we never be together. We've been independent. Now we are supposed to stay together. So the Byapada is going to be there because you're not supposed to be together by nature because you are yourself full. You don't require another person to create that fullness. But by misunderstanding, you feel half. So we just say better half, it's actually worser half. There's nothing called better half. Where is your better half? No, it is where is your worser half? Because if you decide the way you want to decide, the other half will erase it out, or you will erase that person's other half. So it's worser half. So by nature, when you are in Dhamma, you will separate because you're supposed to be separate. By mistake, you're together. So that's the reason Buddha says lay life is crampy. It is filled with so much of problems. Why don't I shave my hair, shave my beard, and take Chivara, which Bobby loves that sentence so much. He keeps on reciting as though Marine keeps on punching him here and there. But anyway, but thing is, that's the truth. You're not supposed to stay with anyone. You're meant to be single and end the journey. So when you have many, there's going to be tough fight for survival. Because everybody wants to survive. If you have two children, parent, all wants to survive on their own terms. This is not going to happen anyway. You go to an organization, same. You go outside the road, same. Everyone wants to be on their own, but they have to get things done together. Right? That's the thing. You can't do it alone. You require another person. So you're challenged. So the Byapada comes. So you know now the reason for Byapada. Is you're supposed to be individual? No, you're supposed to be full. Now you're an individual, I mean divided. When you're divided, there's conflict. You're supposed to be full. There's nothing to be added. Like what Goenka says, nothing to be added, nothing to be removed. Actually, truth is nothing to be added, nothing to be removed. You're full. There's nothing to learn. There's nothing to do anything. You already know. And since that is not there, there's Byapada. So the only way to redeem yourself from this is Abhyapada Sankappo. You have to block it. For now, you have to accept other person is also going to be there. And you have to objectively solve the problem rather than personally solving the problem. Okay. Because divorce is the nature. What does that mean? You're going to die, which is making the person lonely or alone, whatever. The children are going to go away. So you will be left with only an individual who will suffer, right? No matter how many people you bring in, ultimately they all separate. Again you bring in, again they separate. Again you bring in, again they separate. So separation is certain. But that's how it is. Either you'll divorce or you'll die. So when I divorce my wife, I no longer think about her because that's the height of Byapada. I don't have to think about her. Or divorce can be with friends. When the organization, let's say I don't like an organization, and then I divorce that organization. So I don't want to hear the name of that company also. It brings anger if I hear that company. Same way, any relationship, friends or whatever, it's enemy. So aham avero homi, need to do that because it's taking me down. Byapada does the same thing. It takes me down. I'm going walking down rather than walking up. So stop the Byapada. So what do we do? Why this happens? In workplace, there is competition. The conflict comes because of competition, always. And the second reason why conflict comes in organization is because of limited resources, limited budget, limited time. So time is a constraint, budget is a constraint, resource is a constraint. There are three constraints. Okay, that's in project management called as iron triangle, which means you have a particular budget within which you have to complete the project and with some resources. They're good, bad, ugly, we don't know, but that's a resource what you have. You have to complete it in that. So conflict is a natural occurrence when there is limitation, when there's constraints. In life, life itself has a constraint. Time is a constraint. How much time we are going to survive here is a constraint. Then there's no cost involved, but there's quality. Quality of life is a constraint. You might live, but there's quality of life is a constraint. So health is a quality of life. It's an indicator of quality of life. If you have bad health, your quality of life is bad. If you have good health, quality of life is good. Within that time frame, you should have a good quality of health. So this is a constraint. Time is a constraint. Quality of health is a constraint. Intellect is a constraint. How do you solve a given problem is a constraint. So three constraints: time, health or quality of life, and intellect. All the three are conflicting. You might have time, but no quality of life and no intellect. Conflict. So my wife will treat me like a trash, or I'll treat her like a trash because she doesn't have quality of life, or she has intellect. And you don't know who is intelligent and who is not. But that's a constraint. Both might be dumb, for that matter. It's very difficult. So Byapada comes because of conflict. Then we have conflict of interest, which creates politics. Right? Because of this constraint, because of this conflict, we have conflict of interest. And conflict of interest is politics. Since politics is not only in organization, politics is within the families. So a parent will support either the daughter or the son, and they start making them spies. Okay, that's Byapada. Simple. So nobody is spared. Parents are as corrupted as children, and children are as corrupted as parents. And the society is corrupted. It's just a reflection of what the house is. The same thing. So what you see inside, you will see outside. So now if I want to go back to my home, I have to practice Abhyapada. Not change others. Abhyapada. So I have to apply metta. Okay. Because everywhere we have the same thing. So what you get is in mind burning sensation, agitation, and forgetfulness. Because the person is so much lost, it's called absent-mindedism. He's always in his thoughts. Byapada makes you makes thoughts more and more and more and more, and gets into fear. So schizophrenia is due to Byapada. He's so worked up that he gets bipolar mindset. Once he's good, another time he's violent, and is good and violent because he starts imagining. So the output of Byapada in this life is you feel somebody is out to kill you. So you will start acting weird. They might hit, they might do whatever. So it can happen. Narcissistic attitude is part of Byapada. Okay. Speech will be harsh words and curses. Action will be violent and sabotaging. Can the Byapada person meditate? Impossible. Can he forgive? Impossible. Can he have any insight? Never. So the worse than abhicca is Byapada. So the only way to redeem oneself is metta. On himself, forget others, on himself, because he's burning. He or she is burning. So they have to apply coolants. So what is Byapada is killing inside before an action. You're killed inside. You're literally damaged inside before the actual action happens. There's nothing, no action happening. But the person is reacting, revolting within himself. So the solution for it is that abhyapadan chitto hoti abbuddha manasa sankappo ime satta avera hontu abhyapaja hontu aniga hontu sukhi yatanam pariharanto. Yep. Why? Because first you have to apply anti-burning cream. It's fire, Byapada. And what does it do? It takes you to hell, Ranam. So we can put it a DTH, direct to hell. If somebody wants to have a hell life, how is hell? Yeah, be in Byapada. That's sufficient. What you need to do is turn hostile. And what is terrorism? Is hostility. That's it. What is terror? Hostile. So terrorism means belief that hostility is good. That means the person is presently in a hell realm with human body. Simple. She can't think anything beyond that. So they always feel threatened. So they threaten. They threatened and threatened. So the parasympathetic nervous system stops working and the sympathetic nervous system always keeps on overworking. So then the amygdala goes in the spin of fight and flight. That's it. So the basic nature comes out, which is fight or flight. Narcissistic person is one who shows everything is good, but he'll make a web such a way, or she will make in such a way that they hold that being as a prisoner. Right? So then they possess. Possession is part of Byapada. You possess because you fear you're losing it. And if you really see why it is because you don't want it to go away. So you want that person as a prisoner, basically. So marriage can sometimes become narcissistic because either one try to possess. So it's Byapada. Meaning, if he rebels against that imprisonment, then the real thing comes out of the person. So he or she can act funny, real funny. So bipolar disorder is because of that. So if you're married a schizo, then you know where you're landed. Outside world, he or she will show such a nice thing. They're the best person in the world. There are many figures, including Einstein, who literally had that. There are many public figures whom you can see this dual nature. In house, they are one thing, in outside, they're one thing. Or in the professional, when things are good, they're one thing, when it's going bad, there's another thing. Narcissists. And a little story about narcissist. Have you heard about this? Narcissist, why is called as narcissist? I and Ario have spoken many times, but other than Ario and me, anybody else knows who is narcissistic? Why it is called narcissistic?
No, Vilashi. We didn't discuss that.
You
If you
have?
can tell that. No, I didn't hear about it. I know it is a negative word.
It is not a negative word. It's like this. Have you heard about a person by name Narcissus?
One who is in love with his own image.
Yes. So, the Greek god Narcissus is from Greece, actually. Many of these are from Greece. So, Narcissus is a Greek god who fell in love with his own image. And he couldn't stand it. I mean, he couldn't let go of it. So, what happens here is that he sees his image in the lake and he fall in love with that image. He wants it, wants to possess it. In the bargain, he stops eating. He just stays near the lake. He doesn't want it to go away. And he dies. This is a mythological thing from which this narcissistic has been indicated as a disease of the mind. Okay. So it's like godlike behavior. That means to say that he's so concerned about himself that he doesn't want a single small speck of dirt sit on his character. So he'll ensure that everywhere he goes and shows himself to be very good. But deep inside, he's like a whirlpool for maintaining that. So any person who gets in contact with him enters into his whirlpool and they becomes victim. And he loves victimizing, he or she. Majorly, men are narcissistic in the mental world. If you see, many men suffer from narcissistic disorders. Doesn't mean that females don't, they do. They do on beauty. But in the men, there is a lot of disorders, and one of the key disorder is to have what we can say this male psycho taking control. Okay, that is a portion of narcissistic. That means you can't lose in front of a female. That's narcissist. Okay, and we all have in one way or the other. So narcissism is a pathological condition wherein the person loses empathy for others. Instead, he starts targeting empathy itself, meaning he laughs at it. If somebody is in pain, he laughs at the pain. Okay, that's Byapada. Because he has a superiority complex. Okay, so this is a short thing about Byapada. So almost all of us have Byapada. Almost all means, except for really going on Arya Magga, other than that, can take the whole spectrum of people having Byapada. That means 100% of the population will have Byapada in one form or the other. They will curse for sure. Even oh my God is also a curse. In that way, because you're cursing. Oh my God, how did this happen? Cursing. Got it. So 100% of the population are narcissistic or Byapada. So then, do they exploit? Yes, that's the whole intention, is to exploit. They exploit. And they're very methodical and they're very disciplined. They position the discipline within their family, within everything. So they generally called as narcissistic behavior because they're so grandeur with themselves that they are projection of right. I'm right. I'm perfect. Which is part of Byapada. So you can't see imperfection in yourself and you see perfection, you perfect and everything imperfect. So I want to make it a perfect place. Is Byapada again. Okay. The nature is imperfect. So you can't make something which is imperfect perfect. Like trees, they grow different. So each individual, when it's an individual, is different. It's individuality. So it is divided. So the only way you can get out of this place is by metta. Then you will unite, not separate. Okay. So this is a very tough situation what we have. Okay. Because we all have Byapada in us. Okay. So Abhyapajo Homi or Abhyapada Sankapo, Avihimsa Sankapo. These two things go together. Himsa cannot happen without Byapada. So if you are leaving Himsa, then you are leaving Byapada also. So it goes together. Nekkhamma Sankapo is because you are renouncing. There's nothing there. Nothing to hold on to. So you are in right Sankapo or proper Sankapo. Which is called right action. It's not right action, actually, it's right determination. You determine to do this Sankappa, is to determine. Okay. Any questions before I go to the last section, which I will not go today because there are 10 of them and I want to finish all the 10 when I start. If you don't have anything, then we can close earlier. So I'm fine with it. With Michaditi, I want to go detailed for each one of them. Anything you want to talk about from the beginning till here? Yes, Ariu.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see the connection between perfection and Byapada. I guess one thought I had is kids, the small kids, tends to be somewhat narcissistic, right?
Yes, they do, because they all. That's the reason I said 100%, because we all have Byapada.
Mhm. So how are small kids tends to have more Byapada in that sense when they're small? They reject what they don't like more than that.
That's a starting. They're conflicted, right? See, the thing is like this child, what we call as child is a being which has entered into the womb and coming out of the womb. So there's no child as such. We're just conceptualizing it as a child when there is no child. So what is coming out is a being which was having abhijja, vyapada, michcha, ditti, this, that, everything. Right? The 10 immoral deeds were there. And they have come into the human realm. But we don't know. Some of them might have got promoted from the lower being to here. And some of the higher being would have fallen down here. So in this world, you'll find a lot of people having a lot of metta and a lot of people having no metta at all. Because they either came from lower beings into human world and they don't know, they're to adjust into the human world because their psyche is totally changed by getting into lower beings. So they will have Byapada. So that means 100% of us have Byapada. Yes.
Yeah, I definitely can see everyone has Byapada, but I guess I'm thinking about kids. I guess part of the education is to get them adjusted to accepting things as imperfect. So
yes, exactly. So what the Western world is doing is to get them discipline on civic senses, which makes them little bit of adjusting to the abhyapada thing. That means you will follow the discipline, road discipline, this discipline. Otherwise, they are in Byapada, right? In India, since there's no discipline, there's Byapada only. So by nature, it is Byapada. So you're plastering that Byapada with a lot of legal things and this thing and that thing, and then it seems to work. But if you let that person, he is in Byapada, he will curse. That doesn't mean in US they don't shoot, they don't do this, they do. But the population who create this will be lesser than the population which don't do it. But if you take these countries like India, Pakistan, blah, all those countries, the population who follow Abhyapada will be far lesser than the people who follow Byapada. Because there is no discipline, there's no moral discipline, there's no discipline self as forced. Both are not there. Example, I can bribe and get away. If I'm caught on the road wearing no helmet, I go to the police and he is arguing, I should give, say, sir, please, sir. Then I'll tell lies. Then I'll do this, I'll do that. Then I will even say, I know MLA, I know that person, this person. Try to threaten him. You don't know who I am, blah, blah, all that. And after a while, pay him 100 rupees and I feel legalized. Okay. So you see, I have what all? Stealing. I will tell you another story which happened, which will tell you how we are, right? I'm getting all my electrical things changed, switches and all that. Inside the box, there is one sticker which says scratch to win. This electrician is pocketing all of them, even though when I'm seeing him doing it, he didn't even ask me, can I keep this? If you do not want this, can I keep it? And I'm watching. He's not asking. He's just pocketing it. Why? Cash. Or you'll get some switches or whatever. Okay. So he keeps on pocketing. He is that electrician who is coming to my home is almost 60 plus years age. He's pocketing it. So, stealing. With stealing comes telling lies. Then harsh speech will come. Everything will be there. See, if somebody asks, why am I struggling in life? That's the answer. You're taking something which doesn't belong to you. I have paid for that. Right? So you should at least take permission. Look, can I keep this in case if you don't use this? I would have said, no, I'm not interested in any one of these scratch and win things. You can keep it. I only wish that you get all of that. See, as many switches and as many sockets I have changed, those many he has collected. So roughly around 50 of them he has now. I wish all those will go to him only. Let him get cash rewards or let him get switches or whatever electric thing. But you see, he's just taking it. Yes.
I think Western world is not much better these days. They're getting more and more Byapada, and they legitimize it through like political debate. Everyone's so passionate.
Yes.
I see these parents of my son's school wearing these slogans like basically supporting Gaza and or Israel. That they're white themselves and they hate Israel. There's so hatred, and they're every day they're wearing something.
Yes, absolutely. So Byapada is there. Right. So when you create that division, Byapada is the source. So you're full by nature. By nature, everyone is full. You have landed in a wrong place, so you would feel divided. So when there is division, Byapada is the answer. So the only way to reverse this journey back is by becoming Abhyapada. Then only you'll go back to your home. It's not wishing to go back to your home, you're going to take it to home. So there are two kind of factions when we see. One is a ritualistic faction who think by doing rituals, they can send you to heaven. Like I'll say, go to temple, go to church, go to mosque, go to this, go to that. God will take care. Even Buddha will take care. Nobody is going to take care. Because you have to remove the 10 immoral deeds. That person will not come and remove for you. You have to remove it yourself because you have added it or I have added it. So I should do it myself. I can't go 5 times to Bodh Gaya in a year and think that, you know what, I used to earlier pray to so and so God. Now that I have got Buddha Dhamma, so I'll go to Mahabodhi temple in Bangalore. Every week I will go there and I will prostrate, I will do puja, then I will give some donation, I'll do all of that and wish I'm going back to my home. No, sir. Not at all. It's called bribing. By bribing, you can't go anywhere. It's literally bribe. You can't bribe. That's exactly what we are doing with police here. We bribe. I will do uposatta, sir. Do whatever you want. It's your problem. You do uposatta, you don't do uposatta, you will go to this monastery or that monastery. It doesn't do anything. No, I'm going to do 4 sessions of Goenkaji. You do 100 sessions. No problem. That will not relieve you from 10 immoral deeds. Simple. You might add many more, but it will not remove it. The only way to remove it is by knowing the cause of it. Why are you suffering? And when you know it, you can remove it. When you don't even know that you're suffering, where's the point in removing it? So, going anywhere is not a solution, is removing the immoral deeds is a solution. So, Abhyapada is the most strongest of them. Don't have Byapada at all. So, metta. that metta will get you karuna. You become compassionate because the empathy itself has gone away from me. I will generate empathy. With empathy comes gratitude. And you see this 99% or even more don't have gratitude. They take it for granted. I paid for it. What do you mean? No, I paid for this. Have a gratitude that somebody is doing it for you. You're paid, that's fine. It's narcissistic. What do you mean you paid? There's somebody who's doing something for you. Have a gratitude. Have a sense of gratitude. Is doing for you, which you couldn't do it, right? You're like the painter. They're doing at my home. I should have gratitude. They might be doing some things which are not okay. That's fine. But I should have a sense of gratitude that they're doing it. I can't say that I paid for it. Yeah, you paid for it, but in that case, you should have done it yourself. So that thing is missing, right? Paying something doesn't mean that you shouldn't have gratitude. Have a gratitude, because with gratitude only you can go back to your home. So you need to have gratitude, empathy, metta, and then the Byapada will stop. Sanil, go ahead.
Just you mentioned again, I am going to ask, you mentioned about to give, you said that one should give metta to oneself. And after later, you said that again, abhyapadam chitto hoti. If I am right, hope I am not wrong. So can you just explain again about the mitta, the term mitta? Like,
Metta means, Maitri means friendly. Remove the hostility. Why are you hostile?
yes, yes,
Why are you hostile?
yes.
What yes?
Obviously, I may be not able to, because I think I am perfect, other person are not. Maybe
So first try to accept that everybody is imperfect.
Yes, yes, yes,
And don't expect anything
yes,
from anyone.
yes, yes,
Conflict starts with expectation. So stop expecting.
yes,
You should see that the other person is also suffering as much as you.
yes, yes,
Actually, yes. Right? See, some painters have come to my house, means that I can't paint myself, right?
yes,
So shouldn't I have gratitude?
of course.
Number one. Some plumber has come. That means I can't plumb myself, right?
Yeah,
Good. Now I have to pay him for the service. He
yes,
is seeking food, and the food I'm giving for his effort is money.
yeah,
Clear? So whatever money I've promised to give, I'm going to give him. Whether he does a good job, he does a bad job, is his karma, right? Should I
yes,
curse him?
no,
No. So we need to see this in action in everything. And as we are speaking, there's some gaps in the painting. So I was telling my wife this morning, be happy first. Then we can see the gaps that separate. But be happy.
yes,
Vyapada
yes,
is not the answer to it.
yes,
I might complain. Complaining is Byapada. It's simple and straightforward. It's
yes,
Byapada. When you complain means you already expected. That didn't meet your expectation. So you're irritated. And because you're irritated, you're putting money to it. I paid so much. Which idiot told you to pay so much? You should have taken the paint and you should have painted. Maybe next time in Brisbane, I will buy from Bunnings and paint it. If you think I'm an expert in that area. Like, May is a pediatric. So, GPA, So I will become a doctor. What's there? Yeah, who stops you? But if I am going to a doctor, I need to have gratitude that somebody is seeing me, should have empathy that that poor lady is working because she is also hunting for food like me. Then I need to see friendly. Whether her medicine works or doesn't work is secondary. That is separate. That issue is separate. But the reason why I'm going to her is because I can't do it myself.
Yes.
I mean, there's a limitation, right?
Yes. Yes.
Just because I pay somebody doesn't mean I have ability to do it myself.
Yes.
And when I do like that, compassion comes. I can't develop compassion. I have to be compassionate. There's nothing to develop. You have to only develop metta. The remaining are automatic. So when you say metta, maitri or friendly means that you're seeing yourself in that person. That's metta. So
Yes.
then there's no Byapada, there's no ill will.
Okay.
Otherwise, all of us are narcissistic.
Yeah. Yeah.
All.
Yes.
In one way or the other, we are narcissistic.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sure.
That's what I was about to ask you. Like, whatever may be, however we may be knowing, no, life itself is like some or other way drags us. So, yeah.
So,
Okay, sir. Thank
sure. So we should drop it off. We should
you.
drop hostility within ourselves. We shouldn't be
Yes.
hostile.
Yes. 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 No, I just asked you because you mentioned that we should give metta to oneself. So I was slightly.
Yeah,
that,
because now you're suffering, right? Now I'm suffering.
yeah.
So I have to
Yes.
first apply metta on myself.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Right? Again, you're giving a practical example. Now, painters are going to come in next 10 minutes. So then, before I utter a word, I need to have metta in myself. Otherwise, that fire, when I want
Yes.
to tell him, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, all that, right?
Yes. Yes. Sir. Thank you, sir.
Then know that I can't paint. I myself can't paint. Now, when I want to give feedback, I'm going to say, these things you have done it extremely well. However, these are the missing points. Just want to bring it to your attention. Why don't you fix this? With a
Yeah.
smile, not with a frown face.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. If I am not happy, definitely that I will not make that person's life happy.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So the happiness should be there on your face. Otherwise, if you are sick, how can you make another not sick?
Yeah.
You can't. If you are healthy, other person, you can make him healthy.
Yes. Yes.
So metta is for yourself first. You should be healthy mentally.
Yes.
Just like the body sickness, the mental sickness is Byapada. So remove the sickness.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then thanks for the question. Good
Okay.
question.
Thank you. Okay. Sir.
I don't know whether everyone understood that they have to apply the thing to themselves first than others.
Yes.
Anyway, good. Any other? I think somebody had raised their hands. I don't know what happened.
It was Madhukar, he left.
He left. Madhukar left, yes. Okay, any other? Yes.
Actually, I got it, but it's a bit. I require it's a big question, but I'll ask it tomorrow.
Okay, sure.
There's a-
Okay. Yes, sir, you.
Yeah, I guess it's really good to understand the connection between perfection and rejection. These are very connected. So seeking this expectations and perfections means very strong rejection. If you say you're a perfectionist, that means you have to say you have very strong Byapada against other things.
Exactly. It's the height of Byapada. Because he would find mistakes in everything this person does. So there's what are missing? Empathy is missing. Compassion is missing. Gratitude is missing. Everything that takes you up is missing. And you would say, I'm very perfect. I'm perfect and perfect. Just hit once on his slap on his face. You should do it. No. The nature itself will do it for him. The next life, gone into the drain. Yep.
Yeah, and I guess related to that, to be really narcissistic, it means you've almost killed off everyone in your mind. They don't matter. Only you matter. So you
Yes.
killed everyone.
Only I matter. Only me. I and me and mine, and like that. I love myself. Narcissistic means loving oneself. They fall in love with themselves. That's it. Nothing else than nothing more than them. So they're more important from them is the self-image than anything else. Like my father was a narcissist. Because if in entire family circle, they know him to be the best person. And entire friends, they know him to be the best person, except for the people inside home. They know how good is the person. Or when he has shown his behavior outside, they would be shocked. Oh, he does all of this. I didn't know that. But otherwise, very nice. Because they're so worried about their self-image. They create a self-imposed thing. And for that, you should remove empathy. Now there's nothing to empathize. You just want him to do what you want him to do. And the worst part is that he will enjoy your suffering. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, and I guess they first remove self-empathy because to be perfect in the image, he or she has to reject everything imperfect about themselves.
Yes. Yes.
They killed off themselves first and they killed off everyone else that does not align with his image.
Yes. So that's the height of the Byapada. So from there, we have to come to here, metta. Yes, Anil.
Sir, Namo Buddhaya, Smita here.
Yes, Smita.
In also the workplace and in everyday life, one can see what you see Vapad. And I have first-hand experience being an academician, how most of the academicians are obsessed with themselves. And then it leads to what you said, that the just now the example you said, talked about your father, for instance. And then one can, categorically see that even that person might be wrong, technically, bureaucratically, administrative, but then there's no way out absolutely is to tell yourself, no, you cannot engage with this person, let it be. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. But that's how the world is. So you have 100% population Byapada, irrespective of which country you belong to. Just know that the next person sitting next to you is conflicted. So every person we meet are conflicted. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been sitting here in the first place.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Sure. So as long as things are working, we seem to be good people. I mean, working the way we want it to work. Otherwise, that will come out. So stop cursing, be smiling, apply metta. The least you can do is to, even a fake smile is okay, because sometimes it will turn itself into a real smile. Hey, look.
Hello.
Okay, should we end then?
Thank you, sir.
Sure. Thank you. Bye bye.